Our verse today is Matthew chapter 5, verse 20. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. This verse comes within the context of Jesus' teaching of the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus had taught them the Beatitudes. In this session, Jesus tells his followers that he has not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill them. Therefore, whatever he was teaching was based on the old law they already knew. However, there was something wrong. Although the people knew the law, they had not practiced them rightly. And their leaders and teachers of the law, the scribes and Pharisees, had not guided the people correctly. Therefore, Jesus tells them to observe the new law he is giving to them, and that there is a reward for anyone who practices and teaches them. It is within this context that he utters the words in our verse. For I tell you, unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Remember that the Beatitudes, to be poor in spirit, meek, merciful, peacemakers, endure persecution, are all geared towards entering the kingdom of heaven. To enter into the kingdom of heaven, Jesus' followers must live above the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Now, what is righteousness? Righteousness comes from the Greek word dikaiosune, which also means uprightness, and in the legal sense, justice. In the religious sense, dikaiosune means mercy, charitableness, justice, and equity. In other words, there has to be fairness towards all people. Jesus accuses the scribes and Pharisees in Matthew chapter 23, 13 to 29 of sitting on the chair of Moses, teaching the law, but not following it themselves. They bring people to the faith and lead them astray as blind guides. They are hypocrites who display external piety, but are full of wickedness and evil in their hearts. In other words, their righteousness is only external. They have not internalized the law and live according to the law. But the law of Jesus moves from mere external practices, mere external observances, to internalizing the laws, the commandments that God has given to us. Jesus will later summarize the 10 commandments as just two: love of God and love of neighbor. Love is not based on external acts, but on a heart dedicated to God and empathy towards others. Hence, Jesus says to his followers how it was said to them not to kill, but he says to them that killing begins from the heart, and anyone who hates is already a murderer. Anyone who lusts is already guilty of adultery because he has contemplated the act in the heart. So to surpass the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, the followers of Jesus must be pure of heart, as he teaches in the Beatitudes. Only those who are pure in heart shall see God. That is the key to righteous living. The truly righteous person, who is kind-hearted and just to everyone, contemplates no evil in the heart against anyone. The person thinks good towards everyone, not acting pretentious, but genuinely from the heart. Lord, give us the grace to live above mere external practices to attract praise from people. May we genuinely love and practice the new law you have taught us: love of God and neighbor. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a wonderful day.